You can never give as well as you can never take. Everything has been given to you in inheritance. And the strange part is, from whom you are inheriting, that person has also inherited. And this chain of inheritance is keep going, is eternal. This chain of inheritance, you can never find the origin of it. If one says that one has accumulated money through his or her capacity, through his or her use of brain, through his or her talent, now I say on to you, from whom that person has got such talent, such brain. Now the answer would be that that person has got such talent, brain biologically from his or her mother. And if not from his or her mother or father, then she or he has developed such skills, capacity throughout his or her life. As far as biological question is considered, then skills and talent has been inherited from the parents. That is not yours. And if non-biologically speaking, if you say that those skills and brain has been developed by that person throughout his or her life by learning. Now I show on to you from whom he or she is learning. She has been learning from any of the teacher, any of the person, and if she is learning from nobody, then she is learning from her experience. Now experience is by nature, everyone is having experience. You are listening me, you are also having experience of my voice. I am speaking, I am also right now having experience of speaking. Now experience is also not yours. Experience is just a flow. You cannot own experience. Experience is like it is a flowing river and you are watching it. Sometimes yellow water comes, sometimes green water comes. That is all experience you have gained from watching that river. This is only experiences. Experience is also not yours. Experience is just a flow of life. So if one says that non-biologically that person has acquired brain skills from learning, and even not from learning, from experience, that experience is also not his or her own. That experience everyone has. So you are not the owner of any skill or brain. This is just a way of life. This is just you have inherited from the nature, from the parents, etc. And at all, everything has been inherited from the nature only. So if nothing is yours, then how can you give to others? But the human is doing whole stupidity in his life. Human is always teaching the young ones to acquire more and more. Forget about the cash, forget about the money. He is even saying acquire knowledge. Now knowledge is, it sounds sweet, but if a person not using the word cash, he is using the substitute of it, knowledge. And the ego of knowledge is the most, even the most richest persons of the world in their team have the most knowledgeable persons. Even the most richest person in the world can't run his or her own business on his own. He or she must require the knowledgeable persons. That's why knowledge is at the most, is having the most highest level of ego. But usually it sounds sweeter as compared to money. So everything has been inherited to you, but you run after to catch. But whole crux of human's life is that human has never been taught to give, has always been taught to acquire. And that is the whole cause of sorrow of a human being. You know, even the richest person in a locality, in an area, is filled with sorrow. I know poor people are suffering, poor people are in sorrow. That is understandable. But the surprising fact is the richest people are also suffering from sorrow, because they have never known the art of giving. They have always been acquiring, accumulating, just taking and taking. They have never been taught, they have never done the give away. And the hard reality is, you can neither take nor you can give. But if we move further from this reality, if you take, then you should give to equalize thyself with nature. Because nature is not selfish, nature has given you everything in inheritance. So why can't you give to the necessary people? So I am not saying that abandon whole your earning, abandon everything and give everything to others and become like Mahavir and go to forest. No, I am saying whatever you can give. For example, you are having money. If you can't spend it on others, at least spend it on yourself. There are people who are very stingy, who are very miser. They don't want to even spend money on themselves. And even if they spend money on themselves, they will manage to have quality of life at minimum level. They will buy cheap products, local products, which may harm them. So at least first step of giving is at least spend on thyself with best quality of living to have best quality of living. And the more you give, the more light you get, and the more light a person gets, the more he used to fly like a pigeon. The more he is relieved from the shackles of what he has acquired throughout his life. There is no shackle actually. The shackle is only because of you, only because what you have acquired. That is your shackles, which are holding you from flying. So try to give. If you don't have money, no problem, give the knowledge, because knowledge is not also yours. Give knowledge. Subscribe if you find this video helpful.